Bernie Sanders is warning his party that supporting a genocide may cost them the upcoming election. You have to warn your party about genocide? The moment that I have to warn my party about genocide, I'm no longer part of that party. Bernie Sanders in an MSNBC interview was essentially begging Joe Biden to stop sending weapons to Israel.
Are you worried about November?
Yeah, I am. Well, obviously, no matter what, it's going to be a difficult election, and I'm going to do everything that I can, despite my disagreement with the president over what's going on in Gaza, to make sure that Donald Trump is not elected president of the United States. That would be a horrific disaster for our country. But do I think that a lot of young people of color, many people, I mean, the polling is very clear. The Democratic base wants to stop funding for Netanyahu's war machine. So if your question is it going to hurt the president unless he turns this around? Yeah, it will.
How pathetic is it that Bernie Sanders has to beg the person that he endorsed for president to stop being a criminal? Yes, like I covered many times before, Biden is a criminal who is breaking Leahy's law by sending weapons to a country that is committing mass human rights violations. Hey, but Nick, don't you know that Joe Biden is very upset with Netanyahu? Nick, don't you know that Biden called Netanyahu a bad fucking guy? If Israel goes into Rafah, Biden is going to give Netanyahu a stern talking to. Meanwhile, in reality, Joe Biden sent Israel 2,000-pound bombs as they were drawing up their Rafah plan. Well, Biden did show that he's upset about Israel striking and killing aid workers in Gaza, and Joe Biden said he's not going to change his policy in Gaza, despite Israel purposely targeting aid workers. This is the person that Bernie and the progressive left is trying to sell us as a good faith actor. It's very important to remember that Bernie Sanders is not the good guy in this story. He didn't support a ceasefire until months and months after this conflict. It took thousands and thousands of dead children for Bernie to realize that he was on the wrong side of history after supporting Israel.
In terms of a permanent ceasefire, I don't know how you could have a permanent ceasefire with Hamas, who has said before October 7th and after October 7th that they want to destroy Israel. They want a permanent war. I don't know how you have a permanent ceasefire with an attitude like that.
Literally no one is falling for the transparent attempt by Bernie Sanders to wash the blood off his hands.
It is disgusting. Liar, liar, genocide denier. Liar, liar, genocide denier.